Hey, welcome back to Art of War MMA. Today we're going to be going over some mount retention stuff. I've gotten a lot of questions about mount retention and a lot of folks screaming, I get there all the time and it's supposed to be this dominant position, but I constantly find myself getting reversed or rolled through, etc. So today we're going to go over some knee riding and then different styles of mounts. So this is my partner, Brody. Brody, welcome to our War YouTube page. Okay, so first off, when you're battling the mount or you're up in mount, you understand you're going to be battling the hips. So we shouldn't use the same mount that we would use if we were up higher, as we're sitting back on the hips. If we're back on the hips, we want to be a little bit more controlled, a little bit more based out. So we have our grapevine mount. Regular mount, okay? I'm loaded on the hips. This is going to make it really easy for my opponent to move me around. So anytime he bucks, I'm really going to feel that and be forced to brace out or catch myself. So in order to take that away from him right away, I'm going to go to a grapevine style mount. Much more safe, much more controlling. Brody can buck and turn, and I'm going to be able to hang in here nice. Okay. The only downfall to this style mount is the striking is going to be much more limited. Way harder to kind of implement your strikes in the MMA setting. So this is a position I only use mainly for control and trying to grind out specific stuff as controlling a wrist, getting to a higher mount, etc. So we're in regular mount. We're going to go to grapevine mount. So he goes to buck. I go to grapevine mount. I brace out. I control the position. Okay. So the next mount retention technique I like to use is simply going to a knee ride. So when my opponent bridges, I just bring my heel up and across his belt or his waistband, kind of like a seat belt, and I drive my knee back into him for a knee ride. This allows me to slide right back into mount or to posture up, get some strikes for mixed martial arts. So again, he bridges. I'm just going to take my shin across the waistband. So he bridges over the top, and now I'm moving. I am pushing his hips back down. It's important to control the hips, important to control the shoulders. Let's move over here. This way? Yeah, right there. Back in the mount. Okay? So we went over our grapevine mount, we went over retention with the knee ride, and now we're going to move to where you should want to get, at least in an MMA fight, is a more high mount. So I'm going to use strikes to get his hands up. As soon as I get his hands up, I'm going to fill all this available space here. Sliding up high, pinching my knees, really putting my weight down. Now his hips are taken out of play. No longer does he have the ability to kind of buck me off or move around. He's going to have to army crawl me down to his hips to get those back into play. So once again, I use my strikes. I slide the high mount, I pinch my knees. Here we are. We can start working for different things. So that is today's lesson. Thanks for joining us. It's all about mount retention. As you seen, we went with a simple, basic grapevine mount. When our opponent's hips get busy, we take away that ability to buck and shrimp. Okay, by attacking arms, attacking strikes. Okay, we can also slide from here to a very high mount if we can get his elbows up. Okay, we're back into a high mount, which once again takes the hips away. We also went to our knee right off of foot bridge. That allows us to flatten our opponent back out, put some strikes on, and also slide to high mount from here, which should be your ultimate goal, is a high mount. Okay. All very basic, all very good ways to control your opponent and stop them from flipping the position. Thank you.